Yeah, almost forgot the hat again. That's what happens when I sit here and I'm not paying attention to anything. I pull up the video and everything and I put on my hat. Or I don't put on my hat. That's the problem. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good one, a great one. Thank you so much for being here. It is absolutely storming outside, and I'm hoping that you guys cannot hear the rain, the thunder, the wind, whatever is happening out there. Hope you don't hear any of it in here. But whether good or bad, we're going to listen to some more of the Smiths. We're going to listen to The Boy with the Thorn in His Side, which sounds kind of painful. Doesn't sound like a good time. Sounds like if you're laying down to go to sleep, you can just never find that right position. You're constantly shuffling. And who knows what it's about, but we're about to find out. Let's go ahead and give it a listen. Thanks, guys, for being here. Let's go.
If they don't believe me now, will they ever believe me? And if they don't believe me now, will they ever believe me? Oh, the boy with a thorn in his side. Behind the hatred there lies the thunder in his eyes. Oh, and love. How can they see the love in our eyes? Instead they don't believe us. And after all this time, they don't want to believe us. And if they don't believe us now, will they ever believe us? And when you want to live, how'd you start? Where'd you go? Who'd you need to know? Oh, oh, oh,
That's a very bouncy, jaunty, fun kind of song here on the album. It feels a little bit fillerish. Hear me out. Hear me out. This album so far has been absolutely amazing. Like, it's been like way up here. This song kind of treads similar ground that we've heard already on the album. And I'm like, okay, it sounds good. It sounds good by a band's standards. It sounds fillerish and okay by the Smith standards, I should say, or at least what I'm kind of to expect at this point. Like, this is a good song. It just doesn't blow me away like I've been blown away before with some of the other tracks on this album. This one does, to me, feel a little bit familiar, feel a little bit fillerish to me. Even Morrissey's very emotive and playful singing, while I love it, it doesn't quite it doesn't quite raise this track to like the next level. However, I do love the bright and poppy guitar. I love that plucky bass line. You hear some other sound in there that sounds like strings being played. And then I thought there were some keys back there, but looking at the instrument list, it's actually going to be Mar, who it looks like is playing marimba on here, which that's really interesting. So I love what Mar's doing here with the strings and the marimba. And like I said, that kind of really adds this bright sound that the song has. And once again, it's a good song. But by those high standards that I'm kind of like hearing from the rest of this album, it's like, okay, this sounds good, but it's, let me hear the next track. That's where I'm kind of left. I'm left wanting more, I guess. But as a quick in and out, it's a good time. It's a good time. And I do see that this was released as a single as well, which it definitely has a single feel to it, even though I think that There's a Light That Never Goes Out is probably a better single. I'm imagining that was a single as well for the album. If not, should have been. So let's go into the lyrics here on this one. The boy with a thorn in his side, behind the hatred there lies a murderous desire for love. How can they look into my eyes and still they don't believe me? How can they hear me say those words, still they don't believe me? If they don't believe me now, will they ever believe me? And if they don't believe me now, will they ever believe me? So is this thorn in his side basically some emotion, some nagging feeling that he cannot just get rid of, that is constantly bothering him? As he's kind of mentioned before, it looks like he just wants love. He just wants to be loved and to give his love. The boy with the thorn in his side, behind the hatred, there lies a plundering desire for love. So perhaps on the exterior, maybe he's lashing out, maybe he seems angry and upset, but on the inside, he just wants to be loved. How can they see the love in our eyes and still they don't believe us, and after all this time, they don't want us to believe? And if they don't believe us now, will they ever believe? And you repeat the lyrics there. And when you want to live, how do you start? Where do you go? Who do you need to know? Oh. La 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 la, da da. So I think that's what it comes down to. And I don't know, I'm going to look into it, but perhaps this is autobiographical in a sense. Maybe Morrissey is singing about himself and how at the end of the day, he just wants to be loved and to share his love. Let's go ahead and look at the Wikipedia article for this particular track here. It says that this was the first single by the Smiths to be accompanied by a promotional music video, apparently something that the band had previously resisted. Morrissey, in 2003, named it his favorite Smiths song. Okay. Margie Clark asked Morrissey if this song was inspired by Oscar Wilde, and Morrissey replied, no, that's not true. The thorn is the music industry, and all those people who you never believed anything I said, tried to get rid of me, and wouldn't play the records. So I think we've reached a stage where we feel, if they don't believe me now, will they ever believe me? What more can a poor boy do? That makes a lot more sense than what I was saying. Even though it can still kind of relate. It could still be talking about Morrissey, the band, the music, and their relationship with the record industry and all that kind of stuff. So it still could have a little bit of meaning in that way. But I like what he says better than what I say regarding it. Either way, let me know what you all thought of the track. You can let me know in the comments down below. You can follow me on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. You can do all those things, but I hope you enjoyed your time here. Come back tomorrow. And I'll see you later, guys. Bye.